Good evening, everyone. Oh my goodness. We are so excited to be with you tonight. So, look at this slide in front of us. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for Gina and Steve to talk about that slide we just had popped up. We are Cindy and Jen's Brynteson. And where are we tonight?
St. Augustine, Florida. We're at home.
Yes, we are. And we couldn't be more excited. Oh my goodness. We've got such a treat in front of us tonight. Do you have anything you wanted to say? I'm sorry, I jumped right in.
Yeah, you
Come
did.
on, all
I
right.
just want to say we do have a treat tonight. We have Gina and Steve Merritt coming on tonight. And as most of you know, they're our brother-in-law and sister-in-law, or her sister and my
Yes,
brother-in-law and
yes,
sister-in-law.
yes.
And you really need to pay attention to these guys. These guys got 35 years of experience in this.
Well,
And
let's take it, right?
they're the head of our team. And most of you probably know, and the ones that don't, our teamwork has created 100 top ranks here in the last couple of
That's right.
years. And it's just going, and people think, well, this thing's already up and running. But I want to tell you, you are not late to the party. This party
That's
is
right.
is just getting started.
That's right. So, right before I introduce them, I'm going to let you know something if you don't remember this. Gina's birthday's tomorrow. So we want to all wish her happy birthday. Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to say it, my baby sister. Happy birthday to my sister. And now, without any further ado, we just want to honor our time with them and let them get on. They've got so much. Get your paper and pad out. Here we go. Gina and Steve, take it away.
Hey guys, thank you so much. I can't believe tomorrow I'm going to be 63. I was actually saying to Steve, I was doing an errand and our parents where they are buried, and I said, "You know what, Steve? 62 years ago, my mom and dad were talking about me and so excited that I was coming into their life to bless them." And I just got kind of emotional because, you as you get older and you lose your parents, you forget about that moment. But I bet they were so excited in the anticipation. How much am I going to weigh? What am I going to look like? Am I going to look like him or her? Just kind of a silly, crazy thought. But you know what? It ran through my mind. But guys, we're so blessed to be on here, and thank you for the birthday wish. Every day is a birthday here in this industry. So we love it, guys. It's incredible. So for those of you who are brand new, we're going to be talking about this amazing X39 product. This is called a sleeve, and this product is actually a miracle, life-changing technology. It looks just like this, and we're going to go very briefly over this for anybody who's brand new, or you kind of want to know how to do a quick presentation. So you literally just take this tiny little patch, you peel the paper off. It looks just like this. Nothing goes in your body, nothing goes through your body. You can put this tiny little patch anywhere on your body. So I'm going to put it right here so you can see it. There it is right there. And I don't even remember or even feel that it's on. It's absolutely incredible. So this is the great thing. The longer that you wear this X39 patch, the more testimonies you get. So your goal is to wear it 12 hours during the day. Put it on in the morning when you wake up. When you go to bed at night, you literally just take it, peel it off, throw it away, put it in the garbage. Don't give it to your husband. Give him a fresh new patch. You wear it for 12 hours on during the day, then 12 hours off. Let your body rest, rejuvenate, and let your body go to work. And I'm telling you, miracles are going to happen. So we have been wearing the patch, Steve and I both, for 32 months. Amazing testimonies. Still to this day, 32 months, we're still getting more testimonies. That's what I love about this technology and this unique product, because the longer you wear it, months, years, the more testimonies you get. Yes. Now, I want to tell you, I did not get a testimony for 6 weeks. Steve got one in 1 week, and I just went off his testimony and everybody else's testimony. It didn't bother me. It didn't frustrate me because I didn't have any real issues going on. So I said, hey, maybe there's something going on with my brain. Don't say anything. That I didn't know, or maybe my organs. So I just relaxed. I let my body work. I drank a lot of water. I kept playing God. I know I'm going to have a whole list of testimonies, and I do to this day. I actually got an amazing one last week. Went to the orthodontist because he says it's hereditary, but again, I have no clue. But he says my gum and my bone loss, my recession is hereditary. But this is the great thing. He did a panoramic x-ray a week ago, and he said the X39 patch is working. So I'm like, yes, because after 2 years, my bone loss, it stayed the same. So praise the Lord. I'm so excited. Again, this patch doesn't treat, cure, heal, diagnose anything. You put it on, your body goes to work because God intended our bodies to heal on their own. And that is exactly what happens. But we want to tell you there is a huge, huge, huge opportunity in this. And I'm telling you, the more you promote it, the more you can make income wise. It is absolutely incredible what happens. And let me tell you, there isn't one person out there that I know, even me, I'm more on the healthy side. He's had 15 surgeries, or 14, I guess, 14 surgeries. There isn't anyone out there that I know that doesn't need this tiny little patch. And this is the kicker. $3.30 a day to wear this tiny little patch. Our grandchildren have gotten miraculous testimonies from the ages of 10 to the ages of 5 months. I know, Cindy, you're probably like, no, MJ's not 10. Yes, he's 10. And then our little grandson, our littlest one, got an amazing testimony with a rash behind his leg. Within 3 days, completely gone. Within 1 hour, halfway gone. Yeah. I am so excited because my daughter, I said to her, look at that. You didn't even have to put a chemical, like she goes to the dermatologist, they're going to give her a cream. She doesn't know what's going in his body or what it's doing to him in long term or even short term. So this is amazing. So the longer you wear this, the more testimonies you get.
It's excited to be sharing with every one of you tonight. What I'm excited about is that Cindy and Jens are serial entrepreneurs, two of the most successful business people that we know, and they're excited about what we have our hands on. More importantly, they're excited because they've got a vehicle here
yes.
that everyone else can win and succeed. So the fact that the company's been around for 20 years, like we talked about, and we've all been in only for like 32 months, this is a huge opportunity. And 15 out of the top 20, I could say that Gina and I, which we have been awarded as the #1 couple, fastest growing income earners in the company in 30 plus months. What's exciting is that we gave everybody a 20-year head start and caught up to them. For all of you, because we only got 30 months ahead of you, so you can catch right up to us. But 15 of the top 20 income earners in the company are already on our team. So it's a lot more fun to bring a whole bunch of friends with us, and that's exciting for every single one of you. And we also, as we go through this, because we're going to go through it fairly quickly, but I just wanted to say that this is just one of many Zooms. I know Hayden and Genevieve just hit executive, which is the 3rd highest rank. I know that Paul and Linda are at presidential. But I remember not many months ago, we were in Greece on a trip, and we were by the pool, and we grabbed our laptop and we met with Hayden and Genevieve and Paul and Linda and just got to know them. So this is, it's good to be on here so you could see that. Yeah, we have big meetings like at 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock tonight. You could get more details of what we're going to talk about because we have a planned Zoom that you put your guests on. So if you're a brand new guest tonight, you just put them on there. But what I love about this is that we're just real people. We're here. It's my brother and sister-in-law. The only way for all of us to win is for all of us to get on and help each other succeed. So we're just sharing you from our heart what we got our hands on. At the time, we didn't know it was this good. I mean, we prayed and hoped that it would be good, maybe like you do, but at least we've got proof now that this is really good. And I'm sure Hayden has way more confidence right now than the day me and him talked. I mean, he was excited just like I was excited, but we're starting at zero, not knowing maybe, and you're just learning. But the fact that you got all of us on here, many of us that are winning and succeeding. I see Kathy's on here. We've done private Zooms for her.
Yes, Kathy.
And I only see those people on there. There's plenty more on here. All I'm getting at is that we want to help everyone win and succeed. And you're in great hands with Cindy and Jens. I mean, come on, it's Gina's sister. They're serial entrepreneurs. They know what they're talking about. They're in here telling you that, hey, they've never seen anything like this.
Come on.
Yeah.
She's way more educated.
So we're going to go through a couple of the slides, but not so deep tonight because we want to get to a little bit of a strategy for everyone to win and succeed and to see that this is not something complicated. I mean, when we first started, there was no presentation. So we basically talked to our friends like Gina just said. Here's what we heard that's going on. I'll give you a couple highlights on what I see for every single one of you. And I'm sure that Hayden, Paul, all the others will agree. Well, first of all, the company was nowhere when we first heard about it. Now it's the #1 momentum company in the entire industry. We just got this award. You can see Gina and I last week. We were there at an event called DSU, which is the Direct Selling News Bravo Awards, and they congratulated Lifeway for the second year in a row for the #1 growth company in the world. They got another award that they're the #22 company in all of this industry. They were 32 last year, 22 this year, on a roll to #1. And they got another award as the #1 innovator invention company as well. So our goal is to get 1 million strong. David Schmidt actually spoke there. We talk about getting yourself patched. Like Gina said, this is the inventor and the owner. He got an award just this past week of having 200 patents to his name.
200!
And this is one of the things I want to bring to your attention. He's a scientist. He's not a normal owner in this industry. That's very unique. So if you're looking at this for the first time, or even if you're in and you're wanting to know, should I run with this team? Okay, guys, the guy was not looking to be in this space of word-of-mouth networking. Like many other people weren't thinking about this being this big of a career. But my brother-in-law is a multi-millionaire on here, okay? And he's telling you that this is the biggest risk-to-reward opportunity he's ever seen in his life. So do not take what we're talking to you lightly, okay? In 2008, he started doing research in stem cells. That's where we come to the X39 that was just launched just before just Gene and I started, and Cindy Jens and some of the folks that are on here. 10 million, 10 years, $4.5 million. Usually the people who win with an invention are those like us. Jens will tell you that. The inventor usually doesn't win because they put so much effort and money into it that they never, and he was doing that as he was going down the chain of however he was going to sell the product, because he first came up with the product. I love this. He didn't sort out how I'm going to make money on people. He was, how am I going to bless people? Now, this is the kicker, guys. Because this is his life calling, it's that good. It's that good of a product. It's different. If Jens and I or Paul and I said, hey, we want to go make some money, or Hayden and I, because Hayden knows there's money in this industry. Normally, people, a future owner or an owner of this industry goes out to make money. They find a product. They get a doctor to promote the product. It might be fairly good. But when it's your life calling, it's a completely game changer. And it's that good. It's the doctors are saying it's the biggest breakthrough they've seen in the medical field. So we got it in our hands. So here's the patent. It's got to do what it says. The light, this is the genius, everybody. The light from your body. Who would ever think to use the light from somebody's body? We all portray light. You can see us in night vision goggles. Mirrors off this patch, elevates your copper peptide, reactivates your very own stem cells. So now again, you could do some research on it, but stem cells are very important because they make up every organ in your body. Most people, when you say, do you know anything about stem cells? They'll tell you, yes, they need to be healthy, but they don't know they make up every organ. And they don't know that as you age, your stem cells become dormant. This is a very big factor you have to really understand. And this is where the business comes into play. As you age, by the time you're 30, half your stem cells are active. When you're 60, you're lucky if 10% are still active. Now, you still have the stem cells. Now, I'm only learning this since I heard of the product. So don't think I'm some big, I mean, I've repeated the same thing from day one. When I spoke to Hayden, I said the same thing. I've said the same thing for 32 months from the time I heard that my stem cell, guys, if you heard your stem cells were going dormant, don't you think you should do something about it and tell your friends? I haven't found one person, including Cindy, who's got a nurse background, that ever said to me, hey, Steve, you know that your stem cells are going dormant in your body?
Yeah.
This is very interesting because who would want them to go dormant? And they are, never to become alive again or active unless you're wearing this technology. So that's how powerful this is. Here's some of the benefits.
Yep. So here are some of the benefits of the X39. All of these here Steve and I have, praise the Lord, mental clarity, off the chart, energy and vitality, and shall I say, improvement of sleep. It's like exclamation, drop the mic. I mean, I have struggled with sleep my entire life. I love this product. I will never stop. And the great thing is this is our overhead, $200 a month. It is absolutely incredible. And this is my sleeve for the month, and this is Steve's sleeve for the month. I am not sharing my sleeve. He has to get his own, but it is incredible. So like I said, the longer you wear it, the more testimonies you get. And these are absolutely, when he does his case studies, everyone's claiming they have these. Absolutely amazing.
And as she was talking about our overhead, think about this. Have you ever heard of a business that your own personal product that you're going to use to reactivate your own stem cells is your overhead? That's off the chart. I mean, think about this. And as you build, in 32 months, we have a multi-million-dollar company. So do so many in our team, all right? And the only overhead is our own sleeves that we use, because each sleeve is a 30-month supply. I will say, back to that page of the benefits, I've never had this kind of energy. Like, I don't know if anyone remembers during COVID, but we all be yawning around this time going to bed, right? And now we're all jumping around, all excited, can't wait for an 8 o'clock and a 10 o'clock meeting. My brother and sister-in-law, they're more, I've never seen gens with so much energy in my life, because the patch is off the chart. So you got to grasp onto what we got our hands on. Now, if you're brand new or if you just got started, this is your crutch, okay? Your crutch is, Jens is high-fiving. I mean, because he's leaning forward, he's in there. The patch is just, whatever anyone needs. Yeah. Like, I don't know if Gina needed any more energy, all right? But it gave it to her even more. So now, but what I love about this is you don't have to be knowing so much. Like, Jens is a farmer. He knows everything that you need to know about plants, or the plants die. And it's if you don't know, you're in big trouble. Here, this is the only opportunity I've ever seen that you don't want to act like you know everything. You just point to the information. So this is where you do your research and you find out about the technology. As a matter of fact, just before we logged on, I signed up a personal that Gina bumped into at that event, okay? The lady runs events in Utah, told her that sign me up for the biggest pack, I'm ready to go. So we're talking to people. I signed up another gentleman that owns like an app company, okay, that I met there. So we just all work together. Wouldn't you rather learn from someone that's doing what we're telling you to do? We're not just doing this on theory and saying, you go do it, we're going to sit back, and have a cup of tea or something. We're telling you to do the same thing we're doing, but we use the same website, everything that you need to know to make it happen. And you'll learn as you go, but I mean, isn't it nice that you don't have to know? If you know everything, it makes it more complicated, and the people are stressed because they think they got to know everything. But if you don't know, somebody asked me today, hey, what about this part of the back office? Do you know anything about this? And I said, no. But isn't it good that I'm the top guy and I don't know nothing about it? I mean, it take a little pressure off anyways for you. There's no lot of homework. I'm looking at Jason on there. Jason, you're not going to have to do a lot of homework here. You just, okay.
He's like, yeah, I hate homework.
For 32 months. Well, we didn't even have them to begin with, but now for like 30 months, we've been reading the slides. And every time we do it, if you've ever watched us, we just read the slides. So it's a 20-year best kept secret if you're with us. 75 different countries, going on almost 100 now, because there's different countries that are opening, which I love the fact that if it was a startup, it'd probably only be open in America, maybe Canada at the most, but it's open in 75 countries. It's not a me too. That's why it's winning. So many people always wanted this industry to work like a home-based business, but it didn't, because they didn't have an exclusive product that's patented that works because it's his life's calling. The company went to it was doing 20 million for about 20 years, 19 years before we started. And they just launched the X39, and we know how to build the business. Almost everybody before us just put patches on and they didn't understand how to build the business. This is what's very important. And this is why we have a free system to teach you how to build it. No pressure. You can learn tonight. You'll be up to speed. But it's basically just point that website and put them on a Zoom like this. But the company's gone from 100 million to 600 million, #1 growth company in the last 2 years since we started. So that's off the chart. Here we are, the number one momentum company, business for home. They were nowhere to be found when we first started. Now they're number one. Here was last year where they got the global award from the Bravo Awards at DSN. Number one growth company. Again, here is this year. So you see, it's repeating itself. It's growing. The whole week, it was all corporate executives from this industry, and all they were talking about was LifeWave. It was incredible.
Right.
Real quick on the business side of it. So I kind of shared with you a little bit. I mean, we talked about why does the product work? Because it's the guy's life calling. It is off the chart. It's not even fair. It's that good. If you have a little trouble starting a conversation, you just say the word stem cell, and it seems like everyone wants to hear something about stem cells. They don't know a lot, but they know they're important because even doctors are starting to talk about them.
Right.
Mostly injections. They only work in a joint or a muscle. Remember what I said. This patch reactivates your very own stem cells, and every organ in your body has stem cells. So the reason why our testimonies, we're not going to go so deep into that tonight because you can hear that later on tonight on our Zoom, or you just go to This Is It Info and click testimonies. There's about 100+ testimonies of Aunt Betty's, hey, Aiden, you know what I'm saying? I mean, these are like Uncle Bob, Uncle Milton, these are like just regular good old country folks telling you what happened. It's not, you could tell it is far from any kind of an infomercial, put it that way. You got to go check it out, and you see people are just being real. So then all we do is after we explain to people how great this technology is, then we just say to them, the reason why you're not keeping up with the cost of living, that's what people are mostly praying for. And that's why I've never seen in the last 32 months so many people open to something. As long as you just kind of explain what I'm going to teach you right now. All these people was at our very first event. It's actually at the River Church, and we're all taking doing a training. The couple up there has been in, hit the highest rank in like 60 days, and they're just so we don't teach on theory, we're teaching on how to do it. When you went to school, a professor taught you how to get a job, a career, or a profession, but you had to be there to make your money. This is totally different. Whereas these people are all in their own business. Real quick, our background. Gina and I started 32 months ago, and we made our first contact and a call. One of them was my brother and sister-in-law. So we just talked to people, and some were excited, some weren't, but we couldn't hardly get anyone that had common sense to say no to reactivating their own stem cells. Then everyone seems to want to make some money or help some people make money, and you can't stop these people who are learning how to build their LifeWave business right now in this event here. And you can't stop them talking to people, patching, talking. It's totally different than a real job. As long as Gina showed up as a flight attendant in her career, she got paid. As long as I showed up as a sales rep after I retired from being a pro athlete, I got paid. But there's never where I've seen where you get paid if you happen to, God forbid, get sick. The money keeps coming in. I mean, anybody ever want to retire? Think about it. You could put this together. You can't stop these people if you tried. We just were in Dallas last week, toward the end of the week, Thursday night, and it was jam-packed. They couldn't find enough chairs in the hotel room, okay? Then we went to Houston. The exact same thing happened. Now, I've heard everything's bigger in Texas, but it was wild. But these people are going to keep patching whether we try to stop them or not, and the money keeps coming in. Anybody here want to create an income that just keeps coming in and you can't stop it? Is anyone ever gone to work and say, hey, I love what I do. I just wish I got paid what I'm worth? Here, you're going to get paid. I hope you put the effort in that you're going to get work, but nobody can really keep up with the effort because the money is that great.
Yeah.
So I wanted to just give you the word picture, not necessarily that you're going to build a binary of a right team and a left team. When you start, you sign up, you pick how many sleeves you want, you're in the business, then you put people right, people left. Understand that once you put Bob right and Nancy left, the next person has to go underneath one of your first two friends. So everybody goes underneath everybody. You take responsibility, like Paul and Linda, like Hayden and Genevieve, they took responsibility of their teams, and you start putting people left and right. And the volume of these sleeves going up on both sides creates income. They call it cycling, and you get paid every single week. Might start at 100, then 500, then 1,000, all the way up to $25,000 per week in this business. So there's no cap on on a generational cap, just the income. And we've already helped many people, multiple, we lost track. lost track how many people we've helped. So that's exciting. Now, we have more, there's more income. That's one is capped, but the matching boat is unlimited. But if you don't get excited about $1.3 million, you're probably not going to get excited about the matching bonus, which is they pay you more money basically for the people you personally bring in. And it gets really crazy. Think about this. When you sign a personal up and they make $1,000 a week, you get 25%. That's 250. When they're making 25,000 a week, you make 6,250. How do I know that so quickly? Because I've got it from experience, right? And when they sponsor, let's just say they sponsor, my friend Mike sponsored 100 personals. What if only 10 of them get to 25,000 a week and duplicate what he's already done? And the other day I asked him, how many people have you helped get the highest rank? And he lost track. Then I turned to my friend Matt Curtis and I said, how many people have you? These are both personals of mine. And he said, I lost track. So that tells you how many people are going to hit at the second level the highest rank.
That's right.
That's 5,000 a week. If only 10 of them did it. Jens is seeing this because he's a business person. He's understanding. Oh my gosh. And I love the fact that we all got to help you win and succeed. Now, again, I didn't hold Hayden's hand. He's out making it happen, but he knows I'm here for him. We're all here working together, making it. Nobody held our hand. Nobody held Cindy and Jen's hand. We're all doing this together. Yeah. But this is just one of many, many Zooms that we're going to keep having to help everyone understand. Think about the leverage. You can say, Hayden can say, Bob, get on this Zoom. I got the #1 guy in the entire company. You got to hear what he's got to say. Then you can make your decision. Okay. So he can leverage off what we're here. So praise God that, and we're not taking the credit. I mean, my pastor said to me, because you and Gina pray so big, when you get something that God blesses you with, it's going to be so big you can't take the credit. So we're not taking the credit. We're just giving it to Paul and Linda and Kathy Nation so she can make the calls to her friends and say, get on this call. Wait till you see what's happening. And then we just tell everyone what's happening and listen to Kathy, listen to Hayden, listen to Genevieve, listen to Paul and Linda, listen to Cindy and Jens. We're all working together doing the same thing. Yeah. So when we sign somebody up, we just say, hey, the best way to get is a premium. Why? Because when I sign up somebody, I'm going to loan them their sleeves, whatever they get. And then when they get theirs, they're going to give it back to me, but they're already in and making it happen. And it's a whole, when I sign up Hayden and I drive him over his sleeve, let's just say he got the advanced and I got the premium. He's going to take me a lot more serious if I say, Hayden, here's your 6 sleeves. I'm going to loan these to you until you get yours. And then you give them back to me. In the meantime, patch everybody you possibly can. And he's got a whole nother advantage because he doesn't have to wait a week to get his patches. But think about his eyeballs about how serious Gene and I are. I mean, if he don't get it, Genevieve is going to say, oh my gosh, the Merritts are serious about what they just did. They just loaned us our whole package. That's why sometimes people think they're doing the same thing. This is a training part of tonight, okay? They think that they're doing the same thing that everybody else is doing. But if I say, hey, wait till you get your package, then you can start, that's a whole different attitude of when I start somebody. So I hope you're starting them the same way I am. You're just loaning them, getting them back, okay? And then you want to make sure you're on 2 sleeves because 1 sleeve is for 1 person, but you only can make $100 a week. 2 is for 2 people, okay? And now your husband and wife both can make everything in the comp plan. Okay, guys. That's the way the plan is written. It's like if you bought a Subway, think about, Jens could tell you this. If you buy a Subway, you can't buy pickles from Publix. You know, you got to get their pickles. You got to, I mean, the bread might be cheaper if you mixed it yourself, but you got to get the Subway bread. You got to do whatever they say so that you can make the money that they're promising to make. Here, the difference between this and a franchise is you get to pick to get the premium or not. We're just telling you that we don't have anyone at the highest rank that didn't get the premium or advance to the premium, which you just pay the difference, okay? Your friend can help you on that, but you don't have to pay the whole. If you already bought the advance, that's $535. They subtract that from the premium, so like $1,100 or $1,200, and then they give you the remaining sleeves. So in the premium, you get 2 sleeve subscription for 2 months after your first month. So basically 3 months paid for when you buy that. So that's already included in the price and they're a lot cheaper. And now you're like, you own Coca-Cola. You've got your product. Guys, when Jens brought my nephews to my ski school, right? When I had my training center.
His kids.
His kids. So nephews. So what happens is the whole racks were full of wetsuits of every size. I even had wetsuits in the boat, okay, which were different sizes. So I'd say, hey, if you brought your wetsuit, wear mine because you probably ski better. And then they did, and then they bought a wetsuit. So if you've never had a business before, maybe you didn't think why you need the premium package, but it's a whole different attitude of your own.
That's right.
And the people that you sponsor when you get the premium package. So I'm just giving you an insight on how that works. And by the way, when you sign somebody up on the core, you make $35.75 in advance, premium $408. So every time you sign 4 people up, you've already paid for it. And any business owner will tell you that's very quickly to get in the black. 4 people, you're in the black. Most small businesses never get out of the red. So this is just a little insight tonight on signing people up. Maybe you're kind of like waiting for them to get their package. You're not showing them. Like anyone on my team that was long distance, they got their package FedEx to them. So I would FedEx their sleeves. They give it back to me, but I'm not holding back. We want to make sure they get it. And then next thing you know, they upgrade to the highest pack. So anything else you want to add?
And the same thing with Ann that we just sponsored. I'm overnighting her 20 sleeves for her to get started so she doesn't have to weigh onto her pack. I overnight them. Yes, I eat that shipping because you know what? It's that important that she's got the premium pack. She needs to rock and roll.
And that's before we were making money. So, you know, that's just to give you a heads up. His just a little bit bigger view. Okay, so a little bit of knowledge, what's happening. Even Cindy and Jens might even throw something at me if they have a question. But remember, This Is It info is for prospects. I want to make sure that you all know that when I talk to somebody, most of the people that we've had success to begin with fast, and I'm sure Hayden, to get to where he's at as quick as he did, he called people in his cell phone or in his computer, or people that he knew.
In his phone.
In his phone.
He's saying.
Okay.
Yeah.
And don't take this lightly. Now, I'm not saying that you don't prospect on the way, but someone who doesn't know you at the grocery store, think about it, they could be a bit skeptical. I'm not going to say everybody is, but you got a gold mine in your phone, okay? And you need to use it, even if you got to remind them that they know you, that you bought paint from them or whatever, okay? So that's when you send This Is It info, but I never say This Is It info, and I never talk about the patch without talking about opportunity. Do you see at the very beginning how we said, because right here, this is David Schmidt, here's his invention, because it's about stem cells and nobody knows their stem cells are going dormant. In the first 2 minutes, maybe 1 minute, maybe 30 seconds, I'm telling you there's a huge opportunity. Don't miss what I'm saying. The president of LifeWave went around the entire world, Europe and Asia mostly, to see why the Merritt's team makes up 60, almost 70% of the sales of LifeWave in 30 months. Guys, she's been here for 20 months. So she did this tour when she started. So that was 20 months ago. We were doing this very quickly, okay? She came back and said, everybody else on all the other teams are ambulance chasers, she called them. I had to be explained to it. I didn't know what it meant. But she said they're looking for sick people just before they get in the ambulance, patch them. Nobody talked about opportunity, money, what they can generate, which I believe people are praying for this. I've never seen so many people praying because of the economy. Why wouldn't they? Okay. But then you have to educate them. That other thing that I just said, how to take advantage of the duplication effect, the compound effect. This is like you owning your own franchise. Like you might be saying, well, we're not really owning LifeWave, so how can you say we own our own franchise? Well, remember that word picture of all those people I showed you in that church? Well, those people are on our team because we started talking to people. Mostly when you buy a franchise, you bought a job unless you own it. Here is a lot different because if you go to the grocery store tonight, don't wait. We wear the patch just above our collar so everybody sees us, or Gina's got it on her wrist. Look at the people in your grocery store behind their necks. Ma'am, could you lift your hair? I want to see if you got anything. Okay.
Yeah.
If they do not have a patch on, if nobody does, it's wide open in your town. This is wide open in every town we know. We just bought a house right down the street from the corporate office, and nobody knows about X39. They've never had a grand opening in the history of the company for 20 years till this team, our team, This Is It team came on board. They just, because they had hit $600 million, they leased a building. Now they got 500 plus employees, and they had their first grand opening 4 months ago. Are you in the right place at the right time? You wouldn't have wanted to started when me and Cindy and Jen started because no momentum. We're hoping, we're praying. Now we're getting all these #1 awards and everybody is confident. So, but when I send you this is an info, I send you the order form on how to sign up and I teach you how to sign up. Get at least the advanced, better yet, the premium 2-sleeve subscription so that you can make money with us. Okay. So we don't just send this is it info. We're already talking to Hayden about opportunity if he's my prospect. Then the right side is if you can't sleep tonight, you go to This Is It team and you watch the 20 steps to success that we teach everybody how to win and succeed. There's a 20/20 vision where you put 20 right, 20 left, and I explain it. And that is where nobody has ever taught this in the history of being in the business, in Lifeway.
So, hey, we always ask everyone, we're not sure what you're looking for, but hey, we're just delivering you hope. The product works incredible and the opportunity is absolutely humongous.
So the first goal is to put 2 right, 2 left. And again, I kind of let you know what I say, but I mean, if I was going to call Hayden and say, Hayden, I'm onto something big.
Yeah.
I found out we're launching this new technology we just heard about. It has to do with reactivating your very own stem cells. And I might say, hey, Hayden, do you know anything about stem cells just to take the pressure off? Understand me. Cindy knows me. Totally opposite of my wife. My wife will talk to anyone. She'll go to the grocery store, meet 10 people. I go to the same store, see nobody. Okay. But this
is open your eyes.
This is too easy to talk. Like all my friends can't believe that I'm the first guy to talk now because if you don't even know what to say, you just say, Hayden, stem cells. And then all of a sudden we got a conversation going. I mean, the key word is stem cells. They want to hear. They don't know anything about them. You just say, hey, they make up every organ in your body. Nobody knows this. I didn't know this, Hayden, but your stem cells are going dormant unless you're wearing this technology because nobody knows it. And everyone needs it so that their brain stem cells are active. Right. It screams opportunity. So then I'm going to say, now, Hayden, I'm going to send you, this is it info, and I'm going to send you an order form on how to sign up. So I don't even actually wait for him to ask a bunch of questions. I've already know and guiding the conversation all along the way. Because I'm not going to wait to see, what do you think, this and that. No, Hayden, here's what's going on. You said you want to make some more money. You don't want your stem cells dormant. I'm sending you this information. And now the only follow-up is let's get you signed up. And remember how the binary works. The sooner you get in, the sooner people are going to get underneath you. You don't know who's going to be underneath tomorrow. And everyone wants to make more money. It doesn't matter who you are nowadays.
Absolutely.
Okay? It doesn't matter where. The cost of living is just gone through the roof. And you don't know what your life entails down the road. So be prepared and have fun with this incredible community of people. But your first goal is to put 2 right, 2 left. If you haven't gone manager, guys, you could do this. Okay, if your current boss said, John, I'm going to give you 10 grand for going manager, 2 right, 2 left. Do you think you would be manager if he said you have to do it before the end of the week? You know you would. So stop delaying it, stop procrastinating it, and get it done. This business has to do a lot with momentum and speed, okay? You want to create urgency, so that's why you want to put a date on it. I don't like this 30-day to manager. I like, give me 24 to 48 hours to manager. But put some kind of date on it that's already saying, now I'm going to get it done by that date. And then put some urgency because it's only your mom, your brother, your cousin, and your sister. Okay? It's not that difficult to get 4 people signed up. And then your only goal is to start helping other people go manager. I told you about the 20/20 vision. It's basically you're putting 20 personal right to 20 personal left. Don't get hung up on it. Just start talking to people. Even Kathy, she's just been starting and making things happen. And she's like, oh my gosh. Now I'm on the roll. People are signing up. You know, one thing you don't realize about this business is it goes in spurts. So some people get in very quickly. Some people sign up right away. Some people take, you might talk to them last week or 2 weeks ago, and now they're ready to go. Just keep dripping on them, letting them know what's happening. I'm not a big fan of giving the patches away. I like to wait and say, hey, look, if you're ready to have your stem cells reactivated and make some money, make sure that you sign up. I know that one of my great friends in Cindy and Jen's team is Lynn Millette, and she is just a sweetheart of a lady, but she is a leader. She is a leader. She does not hold back on helping the people understand what we got our hands on. So you just start putting the people left and right. I love that I can look everyone in the eye tonight and tell you that you can do this 20
Yeah.
right, 20 left because of this technology.
Yeah.
If it was shampoo.
And her family has miraculous testimony.
Yeah.
And they still keep coming. Amazing.
Yeah.
What a blessing. That we said yes, that Cindy and Jen said yes, and that Lynn and Guy said yes. Amazing. Amazing.
So don't take lightly what we're saying here. And I don't want to like go deep into it because there's 2 videos right on This Is a Team. Just scroll down and you see me explain the 20 right, 20 left. But nobody in LifeWave ever talked this way before we came into to get started just 32 months ago. So just follow. All you want to do is just follow what is working, and it's very simple. The least you say to somebody, the more chance they have confidence that they can do it. So in any other career, you want to know everything because otherwise people can get hurt. Like if you're a dentist, the wrong tooth could get pulled. You know what I mean? If you're a pilot, the plane can be bad.
Hopefully it's not the front one.
Here, if you want to answer the question, like I got Alicia up there. So if Alicia asked me a question and I confidently answered her the question of how stem cells work and why it works and this and that, maybe I know something about fibromyalgia, which I don't, but maybe I did. Okay.
I think you know what it is.
Then you're going to talk to, then you're going to ask me something about neuropathy, which I don't know either. Like they just keep asking, and you're really the only one. Like if I'm answering it for Alicia, I'm the only one really feeling good about myself because I know all these answers. In the meantime, Alicia's like creeping down in her chair little by little thinking, oh my gosh, I could never do this. I got to know too much. So start learning. Whenever you hear a doctor talk like at one of our events, or you see it on This Is It Info, it's only for you to have confidence, not to repeat. You don't want to repeat it. You just want to know, oh my gosh, I am on to the biggest breakthrough in the medical field, but I'm not going to tell anyone. Okay. Okay. Now, real quick, I want to go over a couple things that we got coming up and it's happening. Number 1, if you were going to ask me, okay, what is the number 1 most important thing? I'm going to skip over this one thing that I got because I want to find this other slide. Hold on. If I go to here, okay. Okay. If you were going to ask me,
isn't technology amazing?
Now, if you're going to say to me, what is the most important thing that I need to know? Wouldn't you want to know what's the number 1? Okay. From
give it to us.
The number 1 couple in LifeWave, okay, with tons of people winning right behind us on our tail catching. I love that. Okay. It's not just one person. Okay. What is the key? The key is to get your people. Okay. Start with Saturdays. That's like a baby step at least. So like this Saturday, we had Josh Holdaway. All right. It was off the chart. So you get the people on the training on Saturdays. And I love this. Most people, Hayden will tell you this, that for years, people would not. The main reason why sometimes people turn away from this business is because they don't want to get babysitters or have to drive across town. If all you have to do is jump on a Zoom, it ain't that difficult to jump on a Zoom to learn.
The system is amazing.
1 hour, hour and a half at the most. We never. So, but you got to make that a priority. So if I was going to say what's the most important priority is the Saturday training and have people on there with you. You don't just come on there and have popcorn and it's like a show. You're going to implement what they're teaching, but you got to
they can have popcorn with a pen and a paper.
Okay. But you want to have people on there. So here, set a goal. The more people that you have on, the more people that are duplicating your business. So remember I showed you that word picture of all those people. So that led up to a bunch of Saturdays of people getting on the Saturday Zoom, the training, and then it led to the bigger event like we're going to have in August. For the people to get there. Now, the mistake that people make is they sign up at the last minute. We do our best. We got if you look on here, there's a deposit. So you can just put a deposit down. I've got a lot of pictures on mine, so I'm not sure if you can see them or not, but you just put a deposit and then closer to the date, you pay the balance. But at least we're like financing it. The hotels are helping us. But these are team trainings that have David Schmidt, Meredith Burkich, the corporate team and bonus speakers, plus all the leaders that are winning and succeeding, teaching you. Okay. All the people that come to these are winning in a big way. So you want to make sure you position your team right. Okay. If you're brand new, even I'm sure Cindy could tell you when she first heard about this industry and also this product, you think that you're going to talk about the wellness of the product. Then you say, okay, if it's not the wellness, it's the opportunity that it leads. But realistically, the people who have the most people on Saturday trainings and at this event in August, so you're actually the best promoter, is going to have the people that learn how to build their business and win and succeed. So the better you are at promoting, remember what I said earlier? I said, hey, the number one couple in the entire company is going to be on. That's why you want to be on. That's what Hayden would say to get the people on. You leverage whatever you have to leverage to get the people there. I'm saying to you, okay, Kathy Firestone said something interesting at our last convention. Hayden and Genevieve were there. She said that they couldn't start their subway unless they went to the subway training. Gina couldn't be a flight attendant unless she went to flight attendant training. All of you couldn't do what you do unless you went to a certain training. If you wanted to be a world champion, you come to my training center. So here, people don't win and succeed to the point where they get duplicated. I'm not going to say you can't hit the highest, maybe you hit the highest rank, but we're not looking at helping you hit a rank. We're helping you create a lifestyle, a business that goes on
and on
for your kids, your kids, your kids. But the people in your team have to know what they're doing. So their mistake is they sign up too late, then they don't have anyone with them. We've got 4+ months to get as many people as you possibly can. You should set a goal on Saturday. So like if you set a goal Saturday, okay, I had 2 people last Saturday. How am I going to have this Saturday? I want to have 4. If you're not going up, then you got to work on that skill set to get the people on Saturday. Okay. Then you do the same thing at the next level. Like the host hotel is already sold out. So someone gets it. I hope it's you. Okay. But don't worry. We have another hotel that we're taking care of you. And we got tickets only so you can get that way on here. But point is that you got to get the people there. And it's not like a Tony Robbins motivational talk. This is for you to get your team there to learn how to build the business. I know I'm spending a little bit of time on this, but I don't want you to miss this because most people don't understand this, how powerful this is.
That's right.
Okay, at the Rise Up event, Hayden, you were there. Gene and I had 30 personal legs. So 30 personal, I'm not going to say 30 personals, but somebody in those legs, 30 of them, were at the event. So you want to set a goal how many people you're going to have at this next level event so that you can't stop them. When they come to this, you can't stop them if you try. So you're asking me, how do you get to where you're at? Now, you just, because we've learned this, we know what we need to do. So we want you to, we want to help you do the same thing. Anything you want to add to that?
No, amazing.
Okay. All right.
It's going to sell out.
Okay, guys,
again.
I think the current bonuses, Q&A. We'll do a Q&A in a second, but I just want to lead this up and then we'll do a quick Q&A real quick. Launching today, I believe, tonight at midnight. I forgot the date. It's somewhere. It starts. Okay, hold on. Cash enrollment bonuses. That's not the one I wanted. Did I pick the wrong one? Okay. This is not the one I wanted to. I got the wrong slide, but I can tell you what it is. Okay. Hold on. I'm just going to drop this down because we don't need this anymore. Okay. They're starting a new promo that starts today. Okay. And it's going to run for quite some time. And it's going to give you a chance to hit manager and director. So what it does is every time, if you aren't a manager, you're going to get an extra $100 bonus. But if Paul is my sponsor and he helps me go manager, he's going to get $50 and I get 100. Okay. I hope I'm saying this right with the numbers. I think it's right. And then director.
March 31st through April 27th.
March 31st, starting right now. Okay. So
Thank you,
today.
Cindy.
Okay. And then when you go director, you make $300. So this is extra cash. Should incentivize us all to have some urgency. Guys, time is running out. Let's get this thing done. Okay. I'm sorry, but it's time to go and make it happen. You got Cindy and Jens wanting to run, help you make this happen. You got Gene and I, you got Paul and Linda, you got Lynette, you got
Lynn and Gee.
Lynn and Gee, you got Jiva. Where's Jiva? Let's go. Come on. I can see Leela. She's ready to go right there. Right?
Am I
Okay,
good? I know
I'm
I know
not-
the national anthem for
I'm
Canada.
not looking for people that have a certain rank or not. Leela, you're ready to go. It's your moment. It's your time. Same with Kathy. Let's go.
Lena
Right?
Joe. Yes, we
So-
met them at Coral Springs. I love
Just
them.
so happened that Alicia's on the top screen, so we're talking to you guys tonight. But whoever it is on here, I'm talking to you. That's
Kathy,
time to go.
come on.
Right
W
now.
Nation, let's go, baby. You're
And if
doing
you're not-
great.
Hey, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person, and you just got to keep exposing the X39. And I love what, if you haven't been listening to the podcast, which is basically all the speakers that we had at our events, you can get on Spotify, Amazon, or just go to thisisitonthego.com. It's free. And you listen to them in your earbuds. But I love Diane McDaniels that says, just talk to people every day. How many are you going to talk to? I like to make sure I'm talking at least 5. Okay. And learn as you go. So there's nothing, you can't mess this up. You just got to keep talking. It's not like you're running a jackhammer. It's not like you're putting nails up on a roof, putting in shingles or something. You're just exposing people to this incredible technology that we're launching. Okay. And when you hit director, which is help putting you, so your manager help 2 people go manager, you're a director, you make $300 cash. What a perfect time to get it done.
Yeah.
And then you, by helping someone go director, you make 150. So there's cash all over. They keep throwing cash. I mean, they just helped us all upgrade everybody and earn cash. Now they're going to throw more cash at us. I mean, I think we're getting to the point. We just keep saying to them, we just want the money. Just keep us giving the money. So they're listening, and it's time to go. But don't hold back. Let's put the pedal to the metal, like Gina says. Or what did you say? Balls to the walls, right? So, and the more you're committed,
Paul loves that.
you get the premium package.
He's like
You
a
get
parent.
yourself registered tonight, because it will be a sellout, by the way. Next level will be a sellout, and then you're going to be okay. When you're in the fire, it's a whole different ballgame. When you have your team, get a 4-person room, then you can fill it up with your people. Okay, so but the key is that when you're committed, you see how when I've got myself registered, when I've got myself on the premium package, a little bit more of a commitment, now you're going to go and make it happen. But no matter what, this is so cheap of an investment. Hayden, you must agree with me on this. You got to treat it like you put $250,000 in it. I mean, you got to treat it like you put everything you got. You just mortgaged your house to make this happen so you could start the process. Now, again, if you're just coming in and you're not that committed, I'm not talking to you tonight. But because you're on here with Cindy and Jens tonight, I want you to know that, hey, I'm committed. Cindy and Jens know my number. If you need me to do a 3-way, I'm available. Gina's available. We're available to do Zooms. Kathy knows. We've done Zooms with her. We do Zooms, okay? But, the key is Cindy and Jens are going to do more of these. We don't need any more than the ones we got. Just put some more on the next one, and we're going to go make it happen. Yeah, we know Leela's husband is Joe, and Joe's fired up. He wants to get this thing done. He went all the way to Dubai to find out that this is it. So we know their story, okay? And we love everybody. We're going to get to know every single one of you. So let's get you on the free
Leela,
trips.
I needed you to take my rear end with you walking. I'm proud of you for being on, girl.
And Courtney is on here, and she's fired up. We know that. So we don't know everything about everybody yet, but I know Joe because I've met him in person, and I know he's serious. He wants to make.
And you said his name 551 times at the open meeting.
Let's do a little. Let's start with Cindy and Jens. Maybe Jens has something to ask me or Gina, and then we can
have to unmute the people.
Yeah,
I think,
well,
right?
we can unmute people.
Yeah.
If everybody makes sure you mute yourself, then we won't have like a million dogs barking or something on here.
Yeah.
Steve, you made a really good point about this being the time. I think that's the part that sometimes I'm like, oh my gosh, how can we really get this across? Because this is it, and this is the time. Hayden, don't you agree? Like, wow, wow, wow. Like what we have right this minute, and I love what you said, Steve, we didn't know any of this when we got in. But what we have right this minute, this has been the building up. And so.
Oh, so you got it. Sorry. Wait, unmute yourself again.
If there is something holding someone back, we could not encourage you enough. This is the time. to get it out of your way. This is the time to do what it takes to get this done and set your family free. I know Jens and I talk about, we don't want to leave a legacy to our kids. We want to walk it out with them now.
Yeah.
You know, we want to build the legacy with them and then leave them a legacy. And that's why there's such urgency in this whole opportunity. Excuse me. But anything you want to add to that? Because it's
well,
our question.
I was just going to say, if Steve and Gina haven't got you fired up, we probably need to check your heartbeat. I mean,
Yeah.
Come on, guys. I mean, this is an opportunity like no other. And you know, it's just, I mean, for $300 you're in business. I mean, I don't know where you do. Well, there is no place, because I don't even have to wonder about it. There is no other place.
Yeah, Steve, and you and Gina were saying $200 overhead, or the investment of $1,750 for the big package.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wish I had this when we invested $600,000 in our last company that we had to shut down because COVID and everything else kind of destroyed it. That money's gone. This is it's just unbelievably little that sometimes I think we take that for granted. And this is, like Jen says, this little investment for a 7-figure plus income is just doesn't even make sense sometimes, but it's real. You have any questions you want to ask?
So real quick, as I say to people, I say, hey, here's the enrollment form. You get in with what package suits you best. But if you want to know from me, I like a deal. The premium is the best package ever. And listen, you have to be honest with me. If you can't afford that premium package, we are going to run like you've never run before. And we are going to get that money back so fast, you won't blink your eyes before the credit card bill comes in. You got to be honest with people. Say, hey, I don't know how I'm going to be 63. If I didn't have 1750, I would pull my hair out. I'm like, ah! Because it's that serious, because you have to take something so serious when an opportunity comes like this. And guys, the timing couldn't be any better than now to get in and run. But again, you got to work with people as they go, and when they come to you with that, I call it like they're twisted because they just don't see what you see quite yet. It's okay, but you got to convince them that, hey, the premium package is the better package, and we can make your money back before the credit card bill comes in. Run, run, run.
Let me give you a little heads up on what Cindy was trying to say about the time is now. Okay, let me give you an example. Leela, she brought Joe, her husband, to our meeting in Fort Lauderdale, and it was packed. Okay,
she actually texted me, and he wasn't going to come, and she said, "I really want him to see it." I said, "I don't know how you can get him in the car. Tell him he's got to drive you. Tell him you'll never ask him to come to another meeting again." Unfortunately, Steve used his name 551 times, maybe 552, but they related to each other.
Yeah. But the key there too is that's
how
when we talk about
it is.
timing.
Yeah.
If he would have come to one of the first meetings, there might have been, we rented the room and he'd only been the one row of people. So the fact that we have we can't find any more chairs in the Dallas meeting or the Houston meeting, but still, like the girls were saying at the meeting, Diane McDaniel was saying, there's millions and millions of people here in Dallas. You know what I mean? Like Houston's the #1 biggest city in the entire country. Okay. Yeah. So, but we've got people showing up. So it's a lot harder. Jens will tell you this in business, that once you have, it's much easier to ride off the momentum we have right now.
Yes,
we had to create this momentum. So that's a very powerful thing right there. Second of all, Cindy and Jens, Paul, Linda, all these leaders I've been talking about, have enough help. We're available to help. Like Kathy, we're helping Kathy, right? But give me another 12, 24 months. There's going to be so many people that I don't know how we're going to be able to help. We're not going to be doing these private Zooms to say, hey, we want to help everybody win and succeed. we'll do our best, but all I'm getting at is why not do it now?
Yeah.
When nobody knows about it,
Yeah.
and you see the momentum right before your eyes. Now, the only problem with you got to get this done is you can get a little anxiety. Put the patch on or put 2 on for that. And then second of all, don't look like you're desperate. You still got to be a cool cat, Leela. You know, you're a cool cat. You're going about talking to people every day, getting on your phone. I'm onto something big. Have more of a confidence on the conversation that when you speak to somebody, Kathy, they know you're going to do it, whether you do it or not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Kathy has completely shifted that.
Yeah.
She shifted it, and she's like, bam, bam, bam. She's like got a gold mine now.
I just am trying to say that
she's so productive. Yes.
it's not
amazing.
like, you know, you're just, all you're doing is you're exposing the X39 and the opportunity at the same time, and they know you're going to do it whether they do it or not. That drives people nuts because they want to make sure they get that, what do you call it, FOMO or something. Yeah,
fear of missing out.
Yeah, they want to so make sure you let them know.
Yeah.
But don't be like, you know, when we're saying you got to get it done now, you go like, you know, no, don't worry about that.
No.
Just stay consistent, but have that positive energy. We're going somewhere. We got something big. And now, however you talk to them, they can see it in your eyes that you're onto something big. I say it right off the bat. I'm onto something big. I might not have said it to begin with because I didn't know. But now, Paul, we know this is way bigger than we ever thought. I mean, we've already sold out way more people than we had at the last convention for this one. So that just tells you it's going to get crazier.
One thing that I did notice, and we are not number 1, we're number 22 on the rank. And one thing I noticed at the DSU Awards, because we got to attend Stuart asked us to attend the whole thing. We stayed to the very end. And he actually texted us, I'm so grateful that I saw you and Steve in the audience because people were leaving. They're dwindling out. I thought, why are they leaving? They came here to get to move their company, you know, faster, move it to another rank. And I was like, whoa. One thing I did notice, what that Life Wave has unity, they have energy, they got fire. Compared to any other business. I was literally like sitting there on the stage when we were speaking. I was like, whoa, we are completely, that was like another confirmation. I already knew we're in the right company with the right product, the right ownership in God's favor. But when I saw that our company, just the way they speak, the energy that they have, the love that they have, like, I was like blown away because no other company has what we have right now. It is massive. Like, it is completely all God. It's incredible.
Hey, I want to give everyone a heads up too that takes a little pressure off everyone. Even though you want to put the 20 right, 20 left like we talk about, if you ever heard some of our leaders talk, Mike is a good example. He'll call out like his one of his friends, Javi, and say, how many personals do you have in this event? Now, the guy might have 1,000 people there, but he's got like 4 personals. So you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it doesn't take very many people. One good one on the right and one good one on the left can blow your business up. So you're really only 2 people away. That'll give you more fire that you just keep moving because you don't need that many. But once you get them in this training like tonight, you get them on the Saturday, you get them at the next level, their business is going to take off and you can't stop it. So understand what I was teaching at Rise Up, you need at least 3 people. So 3, but of all the people you're ever going to meet, and I like to have 5 or 6 so that you got a few in the hopper. But that's still not very many people compared to all the people that you're going to be exposing. I mean, 5 a day is 150 a month. So, and if you're married, you each talk to 5. Think about that's 300 people. It depends how fast you want to get it done. And whatever you do pick, though, you got to keep consistent. Gina will tell you that. Stay consistent no matter what. It's more of a consistency. And that's where a lot of people get messed up on the social media side. Hayden can back me up on this. You don't need so many people. Like in social media, they can sign up a lot of people, but do they really help them, get them understand where the business is and how to build it? So make sure that when you, first of all, it takes pressure off if you're not good on social media, like me. Like all I'm doing is I only pick, all my people came from the phone. So you sponsor those people. I wanted to prove to my baby boomer friends that I didn't have to do it on social media. But if you do it on social media, make sure you're dropping them in the system and you're training them so you're not just sponsoring them. because sponsoring is great, but unless they're know what to do and they're in the system on how to build and they're learning how to build, that's where the rubber meets the road and they're going to go take and build a huge business.
So when we were there at the event talking, and I was telling, they asked a question, how are you taking this company from, it's 20 years old. How are you taking it to the next level?
Yeah.
That's our event name, next level. I was like, that's a exclamation, drop the mic, right? And I was like, we use the word launch. We are launching this tiny little, where did it go?
To this day.
We are launching this tiny little patch. When I meet somebody, I never say X39. I never say LifeWave. I say, hey, give me your phone. Let's swap numbers. We swap numbers and I give them thisisit.info.com because why? If I'm going to go do the work, I've left my kids, I left my grandkids, baby, they are mine. So I'm going to follow up with them. I'm going to say, hey, did you go on the website? You ready to get enrolled? I don't say, what do you think? What do you think? Come on. It could be a 20-minute conversation. What do you think? Come on. She could be analytical. She wants more doctorate stuff and all that. I go, no, let's get you enrolled. Yeah. Let's get you signed up now.
Expect the people to get in. And that's a whole nother level of confidence. And people are going to you just guide them. It's like, okay, in any, like Cindy was a nurse. When the nurse, when you're in front of the nurse, she's going to say, hey, we're going to take your blood pressure. We're going to take your temperature. We're going to do this. We're going to go through this, right? Roll over. We're giving you a shot. No, anyway, but the point is that in any career you do, if you're with Paul, he's going to tell you what we're going to do to get this mission accomplished. You know what I mean? So that's the one thing you really do want to get down. Okay, what am I going to do? I'm going to tell them that tell them about this technology, tell them that to reactivate your stem cells. Now I'm going to send you this is it info. I'm going to tell you how to sign up because it's a huge opportunity. And now I'm going to follow up. And it's a lot easier to follow up when Jen said to me, I want to make some more money than only talking about the technology and then trying to slip it in 2 weeks later. So I hope some of this helped you out. I hope you understood the importance of the next level event because it's really going to be the game changer. After this event, it's going to be wild what's about to happen because it's just been growing it's like a tsunami is coming every single month. I mean, it's not like Hayden and Genevieve hit the executive rank 3 years ago. They just did it like 2 weeks ago or a week ago. You know what I mean? So it's just happening right before your eyes. I mean, when me and Cindy and Jens went on our first trip to Aruba, remember, they only let 100 couples go.
Yeah.
Okay. Here, they've got to go 2 trips. It's like 1,000 people in 2 different trips. So that's how crazy it's getting. And the company's opening it up and they're changing. They only allowed 100 back then because they weren't capable. Now look they're allowing 1,000. Next year, it's going to be 2,000 because they're bringing in new events teams. By the way, they're going to start sending at a mid-tier rank. They didn't tell me the rank yet, but they're going to start. They're sending all of our SPDs, Cindy and Jen's included, to Utah in May, and then they're going to start having them. That we're like the first guinea pigs to see how the trip go, this and that. They're going to take us to Park City, take us to the corporate office, but then they're going to when Hayden, like for instance, when you talk to somebody or Kathy, you can say, yeah, when you hit this rank, the company flies you to the world headquarters. Even if they live in London, they're going to fly them in. That's incredible.
We take that, yes.
So all this is going to be, we didn't have this because they didn't have a corporate office, but these are the things that are coming up. They just announced a couple days ago on the SPD webinar, but we've already had first mover information because I've been a very big advocate about this, that we're going to have our own presence. The Lifeway is going to have their own presence on Amazon at 15% higher than the retail cost of the product, so that hopefully nobody wants to buy at $170 a sleeve.
Exactly.
But if they do, they're going to give it to the distributor. So you got to have a qualification. Maybe you got to be a senior director, whatever they said. I don't know what they said, but at least no one else is allowed. But this is the only way that you could get all the dumpers. That's what I call them. That's what I tell the company.
Dumpers.
We are not allowed to have, we can't have this. Now it's taken this long to get it, but it's going to be wild what's about to happen.
So on Wednesday night, we are going to be at the Airport Hilton at 8 p.m. Steve and I will be live there. It'll be it'll be packed out presentation. Then on Thursday night at 7 p.m., so 8 p.m. is Wednesday, it's only English. Then on Thursday is Orlando, Florida, and that is at the, sorry, I got to look because I'm at a new hotel. Orlando at Flamingo Crossings Town Center. I'll make sure it gets reposted on the Facebook. And we're going to be there. And that is 7 o'clock is English and 8 o'clock is Spanish. I used to do it the opposite way. But them Spanish people, they show up late. So we're going to put them after us because us English people we are on time. So again, 7 o'clock English in Orlando, 8 o'clock is Spanish.
So who do you know in those places?
Out.
South Florida is a great place to build.
You know?
Orlando's a great place to build. And they're going to be on the Zoom. The normal link with, the passcode is 39. So we'll be able to, you'll be able to get people on all over. And it's a different look, different feel than just the normal Zoom like this. I mean, when they can't find enough chairs in the hotel, it's a whole different atmosphere as far as excitement.
And if you have somebody coming, you can text Steve or I, my cell number. You're going to type it in the chat, maybe, Cindy. My cell number, 561-306-1811. And Steve's is 561-317-8229.
Okay, guys.
Mine again is 561-306-1811. And you can text me if you have somebody coming to West Palm or Orlando. I know Cindy and Jens will be in Orlando, but they won't be at the West Palm. And then Steve's cell, 561-317-8229. So you don't have to be there. Just send them and say, look for Steve and Gina. We will greet them. We will help them get enrolled underneath you because whoever sends the person, that's who they go under. Guys, it's a safe place. I'm telling you, it will be on fire, packed out. Put your thinking cap on. Start going through the alphabet. Go through your phone, who you know. And I would make it an urgency to get somebody to West Palm and Orlando. It's on fire. We are so excited to be there and do that opportunity Zoom. We're going to be doing another tour probably towards the more end of April. We're going to do another tour. We're going to go to Arizona, all kinds of LA, all different places. We'll have a list of that set up, probably Tampa.
St. Augustine,
yeah, baby.
Okay, now, real quick, if you text me, my phone is the one that they're doing the Zoom on. So you might not get a hold of me.
So text my Zoom.
But I want to tell you something. The reason why I'm saying that is because start implementing what we're teaching. So Kathy, say you don't know if you sponsor the next Steve and Gina. You have to do the same thing that we just did on the guiding of the order form. Now you sign me up, okay? Steve, we're going to do a get together at your house, okay? Yes. So you do 1 or 2 at my house and you get as many people as you can there. And then you do 1 or 2 on the Zoom that are out of the country, out of the city, because there are people that can't come. Or just do what I do. My phone is the one we use for the Zooms. You could make a link for your friend, and then they can send that link out like Cindy sent out to all you. You do the same thing. So you see how you're implementing what we're doing. Are you going to be great to begin with? No, you're probably going to mess it up, but you'll get more people signed up just from doing it. Remember, the more of a mess you are, the more people believe they can do it. This is not being a nurse.
Remember, when I was a flight attendant, this was one thing I remembered. These people, they're so worried. They're on their phones. They're this, that. Yeah. I was always worried, like, are they watching me? Do I remember where everything is? Am I pointing to the exits in the right way? Relax. They're worried about, their life stuff. So just you do your best. Right. And I'm telling you, it is such an opportunity that you can't let this pass you by. It's your time. It's go time for you.
Guys, I don't know that much about technology. I just fake it. I get the link. I send the link. I put the Zoom thing up. I mean, start doing it. You just got to start doing it, and you need to give us a commitment. You can't just do the hokey pokey, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You can't start and stop. You got to say, hey, come on, we're going to zone in for the next 24 months. It's going to be wild. You'll have a blast. And Alicia, you're going to see the time fly so fast. We've been in for 32 months. Seems like yesterday we started our calls. So just start going. And because it's so much fun, you'll never even know how fast. It's kind of like our meetings. The meeting goes on till like 10 o'clock. Don't get so in a hurry to leave because the moment is so important. And it's because it's so informative and intriguing that you don't even realize that the time flies, just like tonight.
Absolutely. So, hey guys, you have the best leaders with Cindy and Jen.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, not just because it's my sister,
Right.
Paul and Linda Summersall. I can go on and on and on with the leadership guys, Lynn and Guy, on and on. We got Courtney, Leela and Joe, Jiva from Canada. I got everybody's name down here. Hayden, come on, guys, you have the best leadership here ever. So trust them, lock arms with them. Don't be so, stay focused.
Yeah.
Stay focused and stay consistent, guys. And you know what? Remember this, you have God's favor.
Yeah.
You have God's favor all over this amazing X39. We are so blessed with David Schmidt. What a blessing he is. And his goal is to get this in every household. So let's step it up. And our goal is 1 million strong. Wine underneath you.
Thanks, Jason. I just saw your text. It's, and it's true. You get together like this and people can see that, hey, we're all here together. Nobody is any more powerful than the next one. We're just here wanting to help everybody win and succeed. But it's time. I mean, it's time to really just do what we're doing. We're telling you what we're doing.
So, hey, guys, this is recorded. I will get this to Cindy, and she'll send it out to everybody. God bless you guys. And remember, we have an 8 and a 10. You can jump on. He's still going.
Yep.
And listen, remember, this is it.
Okay, guys. See you,
Thank
Jen
you
and Cindy.
so much. Thank you. Thank you. We love you. Have a wonderful birthday tomorrow. See you in Orlando.
Woo!
Love you guys.
Love you.
Thank you.
Thank you.